training. Earlier on, we delved into understanding JCI Creed, and we were able to look into the first line of the creed, which is the faith in God gives many and opposed to human life. If you don't have, if you are not in, if you've not watched the first video, I would advise and encourage you to do it so that we can be on the same page. Now let's go to the second line of the creed, which is the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations. The brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations. This second line of the creed, I will take some time to dwell here and also to drive a better understanding to it. And because the understanding of this will change our life entirely, will change our relationship, will change the way we see other people, will change the way we see the world around us. It's very, very important. And as I said in the first video, the ability to recognize the true God, the one God, is very important because this number two cannot stay without making reference to that number one. The second line of our creed cannot stay at all without taking a reference to the first line, which is the faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life. Now to the second part, which is the brotherhood of men transcends the sovereignty of the nation. Checking the dictionary, the meaning of brotherhood means fellowship, the solidarity, which we can call the unity of man. When man dwell together in unity, they become a formidable force. They become a force which can make or can mark situations. We can see what just happened not quite long in Nigeria about the EndSARS thing. It just started probably in a small community, and because it's gaining more understanding, gaining more agreement among Nigerian youths, we can see what it escalated and what it became. In the first 2 weeks, it was achieving a good result before it was later hijacked, and we can see the effect of it. So seeing it from the positive perspective, when men come together in unity, they are bigger than any government of any nation. They are bigger than any force. Even God himself recognized this. When men were building the Tower of Babel, say, hey, these people, they are people of one language. They are people of one brotherhood. If we continue living them like this, they will build a tower that will reach heaven. And God has to destruct their language so that the intent of God for man to dominate the entire earth will be achieved. So what are we talking about? What we're talking about here is that when we talk about the brotherhood of men, it talks about the concept of fellowshipping together. That's why, in JCI, one of the critical things you will understand, you will learn when you are a member is how to work and to live with other people. You see, I've understand in JCI that human beings will always have differences. We will always see things from different perspectives. There will always be incompetencies, and there will always be reason to have different opinions on issues. But it takes love for you to be able to dwell with other people, even when they have different opinions to yours, even when their life is totally different from you. It takes love and understanding to accommodate them. And that talks about the concept of agreeing with other people. If you are kind of person that you always want your own opinion to prevail, that means you don't have love and you can't fellowship with people. Because even if achieve anything on your own. You are limited in power. You are limited in resources. I always tell people you can't have everything. As rich as Microsoft Bill Gates is, as rich as Mark Zuckerberg, there's still some things in their life they don't have. So you can't have everything. You still need other people to live with, to fulfill your dreams with, to work with. So, which means it is very pertinent that you have the understanding of how to agree with people, how to form a brotherhood with people, so that you can together become a formidable force. And that is why this word is a valid statement that together we rise, divided we fall. You can achieve nothing on your own. It is only when you have a belief system that, yeah, I am limited. I can't have it all. Everybody has one or two things to offer. I can forgive. It is when we can come together. It is then we can come together to move mountains. It is when then we can come together to be able to see our challenges together and be able to provide solutions to them. But in a situation whereby we are not in unity, we are not in agreement, there cannot be any meaningful productivity. There cannot be any meaningful productivity. So, as a JCI member, when you work with people, you rub minds together with people, you find out that for us to achieve together, for us to live peacefully, we need to love one another. And that is why where it comes in that if you don't understand that number one, if you don't identify who God is, you cannot abide with the principle and the belief of number two. Because God Himself, the true God, is love. That God says, if you don't love your neighbor whom you see, you cannot say you love me or have faith in me whom you did not see. So which means that God, the true God, makes it a statutory for you to have faith in Him, for you to love one another, for you to have a brotherhood with your fellow man. That's powerful. Which means if I actually want to have faith in that God, if I actually want to be a friend to that God, if I actually want to have a fellowship with that God, then the fellowship with men is crucial. It's very critical. It's very germane. Let me use big grammar. It's germane. It's germane. So we need to love. We need to love. We need to learn to love. And you can't learn to love except the love itself teach you. And God is love. I think we can see the connections between that one and two. It's so interconnected that you cannot do number two without having that power. That's the priority that He has. Thirdly, the economic justice can best be won by free enterprise. Economic justice. What is economy? The ability to transfer values. That's the economy. And the justice of it, the best of it can be gotten by free men through free enterprise. Give people the freedom of exhibiting their potentials. Don't load it on people that you have to do this, you have to do that. Let them do what they believe it's good for them. Let them be a value creator. Don't load values on them. Let them be ingenuine. I've heard something very powerful about this. Whenever I got to this line of our creed, you see, when we were growing up, when we were very young, anything we want to do ourselves, maybe there's one house shop, and it just came to me like one of those days like, I want to wash plates today. You see, the joy I will use to execute that task and the speed at which I will do it, which will always be superb compared to maybe that day I don't feel like doing anything, and mommy said, they were left, go and wash plate or go and sweep floor. using it as an example. In business, the only business that you can succeed at doing, or the only profession, or the only work that you can succeed at doing, is that you have passion for. And passion is an inborn thing, it's something that comes from within. So, for people, for an economic system to work, you should allow people to express themselves. You should allow people to have joy in what they're doing. Because it is only when you have self-expression that you can have a fulfillment, which brings joy. So, what are you doing as a work at the moment? Is that which you are doing giving you fulfillment? If not, that means there is no element of freedom in that which you are doing. That means that thing is being like it is, you are asked to do it. It is not that you want to do it for yourself. You see, I enter engineering as a career, not because anybody told me to do it, but I have this passion. Like, if I am in an environment and there is something like a machine that is not working, there is this part of me that stirs me up like, well, that thing should work now. Go and touch it. Go and see it. And behold, if I move closer to that thing and I'm able to touch it, able to tweak it, that thing will work again. My passion is creativity. My passion is making things work. And that makes my job work every day. A place of fulfillment for me. I don't complain at work. I don't see limitations at work because what I'm doing is giving me joy. Now imagine if everybody in Nigeria is having joy in what they are doing. That would make Nigeria a productive nation. You see, I have seen friends that complain so much of what they do. The job or the profession or the career they dreamt of when they were in school, that which is driving them, that which is of their inborn. They graduated and they can't see work for that kind of career. I have friends that we finish together in the petroleum industry. Most of them are in banks now. A laboratory scientist working in bank. You see, life is not about money. Life is about fulfillment. I have friends that collect good salary, but they are not fulfilled. So you need to check yourself. That which you are doing, is it what really gives you joy? If it's not giving you joy, then you need to check it. You need to check it. So that's what that means. The economic justice. Nigeria can be better Nigeria economy can only be better when there is free economy, when everybody can practice and exhibit their potential. What gives them joy? What gives them fulfillment? Then life will not become a struggle. Life will just go seamlessly. People will enjoy what they're doing and they will become fulfilled. That's what number 3 is talking about. Now to number 4. The government should be of laws, rather than of men. There should be equity. There should be equity in everything. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. I've seen this toast upside down. In many environments, in families, people show favoritism. People are political. But you see, still go back to that same number 1. Even the economic justice still go back to that same number 1. God has given individual potentials to exhibit. God put it in you so that your life can be meaningful. I'm still referring back to number 3, economic justice. It is through free men, free men, through free enterprise. Enterprise is what you do with your hand, what you do with your mind. When it is free, when you can do what you love doing, then life becomes a play. I always call my workplace my PlayStation. Why? Because I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy talking. I enjoy engineering. That's why I'm a sales engineer. I can't come to you and tell you about my products and how it works, and you will not buy it. Because I will tell you why you need it. I will tell you what happens to you when you acquire it. There's a joy. I will transfer joy to you. I will transfer the commitment to you. And that goes to to number 4. Sorry, I have to go back to that number 3 because of the joy I'm having. I'm enjoying it. Actually, when I connect it back to the first one, which I'm trying to drive at, it is that same God that gives that potential as in you. So when you have that number 1, you have everything. Government should be of law rather than of men. There should not be favoritism. When we establish a law, what is obtainable for the president is obtainable for the members. When that happens, you see, there will be peace and order. But whenever it is being jeopardized, then there will be a problem. And we can see, even in our society, when you are of a particular class, then you are above the law. But when you are of the other lower class, then law will catch up with you. It shouldn't be. It will always cause crisis. Some particular set of society can enjoy good education, whereas some other people does not have the privilege. And do you know what? It's part of the problem that just befell us as a nation. And we always remember the word of Baba Awolowo, Obafemi Awolowo. He said, you rich people, that you refuse to train the children of the poor. So by the time they grow together, it is the children of the poor that you refuse to train, that you refuse to educate, that will become a threat to your own children. Is it not happening in Nigeria today? We can see what happened during this EndSARS rally. After the peaceful protest of the children of the rich, the children of the poor took it to another dimension by burning down properties, by setting places ablaze. You see, my heart grieved when I see the destruction level in Lagos. No educated mind will go to that extent of destroying valuable properties. Because they know, educated person will know that if I destroy these things, it is still my money, my taxes, that they will still use to rebuild it again. Then why should I have to destroy it in the first place? But an uneducated mind who does not understand how these things works, we go to the extent of killing people. And that's why the word of that God, that number 1, will still remain valid. Is that people are destroyed because they lack knowledge. They lack education. Earlier this week, I find out that an uneducated mind cannot fulfill the purpose of God. And what is the purpose of God? The purpose of creation, rather, is to replenish the entire earth. Is to subdue the heart, is to replenish it, is to make it beautiful, to make it more appealing, to make it a better place. So, economic justice and the government should be of law rather than of men. Whenever you say this thing is law, is binding on everybody. The constitution of your local chapter is binding on you and the president. The president, it is stated in the constitution that we should dress formal to the General Assembly. If the president dress informal or is not fully formal, the penalty stated on the constitution catch up with him as it catch up with any member. So, if these things could be incorporated into our lives, into our system, into our community, into our nations, then things will go well for us. The 5th one says, the earth great treasures lies in human personality. You see, once you understand this, personal development will not be a problem to you. Developing people around you, young people around you, will not be a problem. Fighting for education in your nation will not be a problem. Because you will now understand that the treasures, which is more greater than billions of Bitcoin, is in the personality of that next person to you. Then that personality will not come out, not until it is refined. The process of refinement is the process of education, right? Then investing in education, both personal and for other people, will be a priority. You see, I've enjoyed so much of this within my family cycle. I thank God for the grace and the privilege He gave to me to be like a leader in my family. And I've been able to ensure that all of my siblings, they are part of education. And believe me, even me myself, I'm enjoying it because I'm enjoying peace. I can see a future for them. I can see a family of meaningful people, meaning of purposeful people. I can see a family that is heading toward the direction. And to the best of my ability too, I'm doing that which I can do in my community, in my network. Even being a JCI member, I'm doing this that I'm doing to you is because I've seen something about you that I want to use the opportunity I have with you to bring out. You see, after this session, I'm sure something will begin to happen in your life. There are some things that lies inside of you that even you yourself you might not know that they were there, and they will begin to surface if you can incorporate this belief system into your life. The heart great treasure lies in you. There is capacity in you. There is power in you. There are dreams and ideas in you. What eyes have not seen is in you and must be birthed. But it will take a process. And that process is the process of education. It's a process of self-development. It's a process of experience. It's a process of being responsible. I'm talking to you today like I can talk, I can do trainings, I can design solar system, not because not because it was given to me like a gift, but it's because I've been able to undergo some process of education. I can solve problems with people in the society. You see, people who have developed their personalities, they are always problem solvers. And problem solvers are rich people. They are rich people. People beg me with their money these days because they have problems to solve for them. But you can only be a problem solver in the area of developing your personality. You can only help other people become problem solver in the area of helping them develop their personality. The art greatest lies in human personality. The next person, they are your colleague in your office. You don't know who he can become tomorrow. So that's why you don't have to underestimate or undermine anybody. Because only God knows what tomorrow will be. Not like what lies or how do they put it now, or what tomorrow may become. And back to the last one, the last one, which is the service to humanity is the best work of life. The best work of life that you can imagine you do is to serve them. And I find that the most successful people of the world are the people that understand that life. That life are Creed. They take their time to serve people. And the larger the people they serve, the larger the size of their wings. Mark Zuckerberg today is the richest young man in the world. All because everybody is serving everybody through the platform of Facebook. Microsoft, Bill Gates became the richest man in the world because they provide a solution of computer to the entire world. Our number one man in Nigeria and in Africa, Aliko Dangote, is because he puts foods on many people's table. That's why he's the richest man in Africa. It gives energy to many people. It gives shelter, Dangote cement, to many households. So think about your work, think about your career, think about the service it can offer to people. think about how it can offer that same service to as many as possible, then you will see that life will become a place of fulfillment. There is this concept. This concept is what is still even trending in the social media platform. If you see the most people that make it most on social media are people that have many followers. And if you look at it, before you can follow someone, there is something of a vibe that person is passing across to you. That's why you follow them. I like music a lot. I enjoy music. I think on Monday, Tuesday, I was listening to K1 and One series. And I can see that like guy fulfilled. Number one is fulfilling the fifth line of our creed. The treasure K1 the Ultimate is bringing to the world is the treasure of a singer. He sings a lot and he inspires a lot of people by his music. And many people are following him. And that's why he's a rich man. Think about your life. What is it that you have in your life that you can use to serve humanity? And try and serve as many people as possible. And you find fulfillment in life. And you also become rich. As I conclude this training session, don't let us forget where we started from. The topic of our training, which is JCI Creed, our duties as a JC. JCI Creed, our duties as a JC. Our duty is not only to read this creed, it's not only to recite it, but it is to believe in it and to make it the part of our life, the core of our life. And also to live it out on a daily basis, to work it out. Do you have faith in God? Have you encountered that God? Do you love other people? Do you agree with people? Are you bringing out that which you have inside of you as value to other people, to trade in the economy?